they will 100% get found out again in this competition because they'll come up against organized teams that will know exactly how to hurt them. The sort of the blueprint of how to hurt Barcelona, it's out there. I mean, you've got to be blind to not see it at this point. And so, for sure, that's an Achilles heel. You have to hit them on the counter. You have to be brave with the way you play, break the first line of pressure. Ball goes wide, ball goes behind them. That's how you hurt them. Now, how do you stop Yamal and Raphinha and Lewandowski? That I don't have the answer for.
Was this, Nigel, where they really announced themselves in the competition, made the rest of the clubs in the Champions League a bit worried?
I would have to say so. I looked at this fixture and I look at both styles of plays and both teams coming into it, and I said that this could be a potential upset, and I actually favoured Newcastle to go through, and I think Newcastle did well 45 minutes in this second leg, but you need to do it for 90-plus minutes, and then the golfing class just moments of it. But Barcelona showed why they are Barcelona. When you talk about the quality of the players they have, and especially from the final third aspect of things, Lewandowski, Raphinha, Lamine Yamal, and the strength of character that young man has to make a mistake, to put Newcastle back in the game with a back heel that gives possession away, Newcastle score, but then to just believe in yourself and the confidence and arrogance that he has to go and make those passes and create opportunity. It's just great to see. And I think Barcelona winning this game today was a big statement.
I think you work all week and on a defensive perspective of football, and you have your shape and you have different moments in the game of how you're going to set up. And Newcastle and the one with the Trippier pull from the back, Newcastle are in a decent shape there. They're okay. They have the midfielders at home. They have their four at the back. Lewis Hall is actually okay. He's not in a terrible position. The Yamal ball unwinds the whole thing. Yep. It unwinds the whole shape. It unwinds everything they worked for. And that, to me, encompasses what Barcelona's about. With one ball, with one moment from one individual, they can put you in a world of problems. Trippier's probably in a good position at the start of that play. Lewis Hall is in a good position at the start of the play. And the one vision, ball, timing, boom, 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 boom. The whole thing's unwinded. Malik Chow obviously had a very poor performance over two legs. He creates the penalty. He's all over the place on some of these goals. But Barcelona, that's credit to Barcelona. They put you in positions where you're okay. Malik Chow sees the runner. He's okay. And then all of a sudden, within a flash, there's so much danger. There's so many runners. There's so much good timing. There's so much good quality with the ball around the corner. And they go ping, ping. And all of a sudden, you're like, uh-oh, I thought I was okay. And you're not. Yeah. You're not okay. No other team can do that as well as Barcelona does that. It felt
like Newcastle, all the players were just walking a tightrope, and the minute Barca got in behind, they were gone.
It's like you feel like you're okay, and then all of a sudden it's like, boom, boom, you're not okay.
It's the emotional response as well, to Nigel's point. In that big occasion, big moment, they get the penalty just before half-time. You can imagine the Newcastle players going in, going, oh, we feel hard done by. Right, Barca players go, right, hey, kill him now. Now we kill him. We keep the ball. Spaces are opened up. Keep doing what we do, just to another level. And I think emotionally, they handled that situation so much better than Newcastle. Probably through history and experience of being in this competition a lot more than Newcastle. But the runners, the way that they played, again, we talked to Lamine Yamal, obviously, Raphinha, obviously. When you've got a goal scorer in Lewandowski who just gives you that confidence that no matter what, he had 2 shots tonight, scored both of them. What's that, 109 Champions League goals? When you've got that at the top end of the pitch, you're always going to be in games. Yes, they've still got things you need to worry about with that high line. Newcastle exposed it again over the course of the games. But I think when you've got top players at the top end of the pitch, they've obviously got midfielders that can control games. You're going to be in every game. And everybody now will be looking and saying, how do we stop this Barcelona team? And that's the Hansi Flick model.
I think when they play better opposition, that's going to be still a tougher game for Barcelona, because still they do give and present a lot of opportunities to teams. I think with this Newcastle game, they literally gave him a punch to the gut with that goal before half-time. And then also, let's be honest about that, Trippier should have been sent off. But the rules of the game, he should have been sent off there. Denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity there. That shouldn't have been a yellow card. The referee was generous to give me yellow.
Well, Christina came on at half-time and said he
a man down. But I just think that the golfing class and quality. Oh, I did, yeah.
Just quick question, though, right? You say you're talking to, like, you know, whoever they play in the later rounds, the bigger, better teams, whoever you want to put.
Yeah.
What they now do, though, they force you to worry about them. Yes, they expose at the back. Yes, you can play that. But you can't send your right back going now because Raphinha's there. You can't send your left back now because Lamine Yamal's there. If you want to leave yourself 1v1 like Newcastle had to when they started going, no problem. We'll do 1-2 quick passes and we're in on the third man run. you can't, doesn't matter what team you're playing against, Barcelona force you to go, how do we stop them?
And we can see that with Raphinha. We've got a few clips here. I mean, remember, he could have had a hat-trick because he was going to take the penalty. He gave the ball to Yamal. It was a wonderful performance from Raphinha, and he just kept getting in behind this Newcastle defence.
About big nights, like Grella says as well, and the big nights and big moments, the top-class players show up, and he showed up today big time.
44 touches of the ball, 2 goals, 2 assists. 5th time he scored a brace in Champions League games. Looking ahead, and the other teams focusing on what Barcelona produced in this game, how do you stop Raphinha? How are the other teams going to try and stop this really, free-flowing, fast-attacking football?
Good luck. Good luck. That's it, isn't it? It's good luck. You're going to have luck on your side. You're going to have to try and hit this Barcelona team with that high line, as we spoke about. But you have to stop all 3 of them every time. They only need one chance. He had 44 touches, 2 goals and 2 assists. That's frightening. That's frightening.
Discipline, I would say. You've got to be disciplined in the defensive approach. And let's be real, like I said, we gave Newcastle a puncher's chance, but there'll be other teams that they'll be facing that will probably be better defensively organised, better defenders than Newcastle had today in Chow. And I think it's also the fullback situation. So I think you do have a chance because we've seen teams do it before.
I agree, but when you're defensively sound, you take away from your own attacking.
Not necessarily, because now the teams that are left in it, you look at the attacking options for some of these teams. For instance, like a Paris Saint-Germain, we saw them with the same breakdown that you guys did of how they broke down this Barcelona side before, again, with the balls in behind, whipping it out. So I think for Barcelona, great to watch, brilliant, but there's only plan A. There's only plan A. With better quality players, better defenders who will be better organised, and you've still got the attacking weapons, which all these teams left in the next round do have attacking weapons, have pace up top, who can cause problems. You can still get this Barcelona side. They're a pleasure to watch, but I still feel they can be beaten.
Let's just quickly get some reaction from the new camp. Here's the Barca boss, Hansi Flick, speaking post-match.
What's your assessment of this crazy match in the first half with control in the second half? What's your assessment of the whole match?
No, first half was crazy. It was up and down like that, but in the second half we make it much better. So we wanted to keep the ball, to control also the ball. I think important was also the third goal from us directly before the halftime. So we came back in this game, and it was good.
What did you say to the players in the halftime?
I always said before, so I think in the first half we played a lot of balls directly in the offense, and we lost also balls, and this is against this team. They have a lot of speed, and transition is very good. It's not the best solution, so we said also in the second half we have to control more, bring them in a deep block, and then we can control more the ball.
Grella, do you like how, everyone's talking about the high line, we mentioned it there. It feels like the world of football have pointed at Hansi Flick and Barcelona and said, you got to change this. You can't keep playing with this high line. But he doesn't care, does he? He's just sticking to his guns. Do you like how he's just staying with the way he wants to play?
No, because I think it's a big problem in the Champions League move forward. Like Nigel said, you play against better teams, more organized teams, you're going to find yourself in trouble. They got beat by an Inter side that was 30. The average age was like 31 years old last season, right? That Inter side that went and lost 5-0 in the Champions League final. So they should never over 2 legs lose to that team. That for me is an issue. And Adam, for me, is not just the high line, because I think that's an easy way out. And I think people overuse a high line. It's not the high line. Their press is really poor at times. They go 1, 2 at a time, 3 at a time. And then when you break the first press, that back line's like in a situation now where they either have to drop or they have to step. And they're basically in jail. And you can't drop fast enough.
So you're saying they get found out again?
They will 100% get found out again in this competition, because they'll come up against organized teams that will know exactly how to hurt them. The blueprint of how to hurt Barcelona, it's out there. I mean, you've got to be blind to not see it at this point. And so, for sure, that's an Achilles heel. You have to hit them on the counter. You have to be brave with the way you play, break the first line of pressure. Ball goes wide, ball goes behind them. That's how you hurt them. Now, how do you stop Yamal and Raphinha and Lewandowski? That I don't have the answer for. That's what the equation is, though. And I don't think anyone has the answer to stop the front 3.
And Barcelona will face Atletico Madrid in an all-Spanish clash.